Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, and some questions that I hope get answered in season 1 of this show. Now, we know certain things are going to happen, like we know that Michonne and Rick are going to be reunited. We know that it's going to explain where Rick's been for all this time. So I'm not talking about those. Those are big questions, but we know those are going to get answered. I'm talking about questions that we don't know will get answered. And these questions are in no real order. They're just questions that I have that I hope get answered in the show. So the first one would be the telephone that Michonne finds. Who wrote that? Does Rick speak Japanese? Who wrote that for him? Because I used to think that maybe it was one of the characters from The Walking Dead, The World Beyond. But I don't think so anymore. You know, in a lot of ways, The World Beyond was pretty awful and kind of forgettable. But I thought maybe the girl that was the artist, she's one of the sisters. I can't remember her name now. But I thought maybe she drew that. You know, who knows? Maybe someone that Rick's met while he's been gone teaches him Japanese. And why write it in Japanese? You know, because not many people that are going to find it are going to be able to read it. Another question I have that goes back to The Walking Dead World Beyond is Silas. Is there a chance that we will see Silas again? Because at the end of the series, he was a CRM soldier. The next question I have is Jadis. You know, what role will she play in this show? Will she, you know, we know she's the one who helped Rick get away and get the medical help that he needed to survive, but will she help Rick escape ultimately? I think with what we've seen so far from the trailers and the interview with Andrew Lincoln, we can put together that Rick's going to lose his hand. You know, it's pretty obvious. But how? The question I have is, how will he lose his hand? Will he be bitten? Will it have to be chopped off? Will it be punishment? I think we're going to find out in the first few minutes of the first episode. Will we finally find out what happened to Heath? You know, we've been talking about that in this community forever. What happened to Heath? You know, I think a lot of people, when they think about this show, they think the show's going to have a happy ending. I don't think so. I think we're going to probably see Michonne captured and forced to go back with Rick, because I think ultimately Daryl will be the one who finds them. I mean, at the end of the main show, he told Judith that he would find them both and bring them home, and I don't doubt Daryl. So the question I have is, how will this season end? And we'll just have to wait till the end of the season to see. But I don't think it's going to have a happy ending. So like I said before, we know that Rick and Michonne are going to find each other, but we don't know how. So my question is, how will it happen? How will they find each other? I kind of think that, and someone else in the community, that watches my videos in this community, has said they think that it will happen that Rick will be sent out on patrol to find a woman that he doesn't know is Michonne, and they will end up in a fight, and Rick will see that it's her, and they will find each other that way. And I happen to think that's a pretty good theory, and that was my theory too. Especially, you know, what we've seen in the trailer with Michonne and the people that she's with running from the green gas. I think that's going to be the patrol that Rick is in, and they're trying to find this mystery person, and it's going to be Michonne, and Rick's going to find Michonne that way. Or they're going to find each other. They're going to be reunited that way. So those are some of the questions that I have going into this season. What questions do you have? Do you think you have any of the answers to any of the questions that I've asked? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.